What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 12 of the LARNE project here in Football Manager 2019. And today, it is the start of Season 2. Yes, today we have the UEFA Europa League Best Place First qualifying round first leg. That rolls off the tongue perfectly, doesn't it? It's against OB, a Danish team if I'm not mistaken. A big game to start the season, of course. We're going to do both legs today, but I mean, the obvious thing is, Jack, what happened in the transfer market in the end? Of course, if you missed the end of season commentary, it ended up being way longer than I wanted or anticipated it to be. Thank you to those of you who left cucumber comments. That will make no sense to most of you. But yeah, we obviously did a nice little roundup of the season as a whole. And since then, I've spent a load of money. Let's talk about the outs first. Lots of loan outs, to be honest. A lot of players who have potential. Some of these players we've actually signed this year and we've loaned back immediately, which is hopefully going to help them. The only sale of note actually was Maxime Blanchard in the end. He has gone to Crusaders. It was a deal that was already agreed. He did okay for us last year, but well, he just was a little bit surplus to requirements. So I'm not sure what the best way to approach these ins is. I think it's probably to sort by transfer fee paid, because that probably is an indicator of some of the more important ones. Although, now that I think about it, we've not really signed that many first team players. Let's talk about the significant ones for the first team, shall we? The first player we have here is Keandre Simmons. This guy signed from Manchester City, a trainee whose contract was on his way out. Middlesbrough were waiting for his contract to expire, so I went in and snuck in a cheeky bid. I've probably overpaid for this guy, but I really like the look of him. He's 18 years old and he's only just turned 18. He has incredible pace, which is something we lacked in our strikers last year. We had a little bit of it, I guess, in Severio, but with both Stewart and McDade, we lacked that real pace on off the bench. This guy offers us it, and to be honest, I think over the course of this season, he's probably going to end up becoming one of our regular starters. A very exciting prospect, good player, really like the look of him. £120,000 paid though. Not a small amount of money. Another player we picked up, a player who we'd actually already agreed to sign. Gary Marsh has joined us from Derry. I like the look of this guy. He's only 18 years old. Very good pace, good in that kind of more covering defender role. And yeah, he is a solid kind of backup player for the first team, all things considering. Anyway, as we look through these players, you can see here a lot of them were trainees. I talked about this last episode where I wasn't exactly sure what kind of quality of player we were going to be able to dig up and kind of sign. You can see over the course of the pre-season period, we picked up quite a lot. Most of these actually came in on the 1st of July at the end of their contracts. In terms of players definitely worth talking about here, let's talk about Reece Williams. Very, very exciting talent, 18 years old, signed from Liverpool. Maybe a little bit of Liverpool bias in me here, but I really like the look of this guy as a centre-back option. He's only 18 years old. Another Liverpool player we signed is Paul Glatzel. Now, a guy actually recommended this guy to me in the YouTube comments of an episode midway through last season. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan, so I'm kind of familiar with their youth team, both in real life and in Football Manager. I was really surprised they didn't keep this guy on. Again, he offers us something a little bit similar to Simmons in the terms of a lot of pace. He can play centre attack in mid, which is great. He is 18 years old with a ton of potential. Loads of time, no real rush with this guy. He's in the first team. I may well make him available for the under-20s as we go through. But yes, a youngster, Glatzel, who is, you can see here, part English. So don't worry about the nationality displaying as German. He is eligible to play for us, as is kind of the case with the rules that we've got. Anyway, of all these other signings, the only other player immediately who I feel like is going to slot straight in the first team and be a regular player worth being aware of is Daniel Ballard. He was signed from Arsenal. You can see here a very, very exciting talent, a good centre-back option on loan for the year. I'd love to sign him permanently, good in the air. Not the best mentals, to be fair to him, or the best physicals, but he's got the physical that matters, which is strength. And all in all, he's a bit of a no-nonsense defender. And while we have no wage contribution, I'd love to sign him long-term. Of course, by loaning him, he does now kind of become eligible to be someone we can sign in the future as well, because he will have played for the club. Anyway, as I said, with a lot of these players, you know, a bit of a scatterfire approach taken again. I said about doing an extra episode towards the start of this season. I still want to do that because this year I have had a bit of a shake-up with the first team. You can see our first team squad is down to, I think it's 26 players, yeah, 26 players, and 13 of these are from Northern Ireland. So half of our team is still domestic, which is great to see. Our reserve team is a little more bloated this year. A lot of these players we picked up last summer who I just don't know if they're going to be good enough anymore. So I've stuck them in the reserves. I might look to sell some of them on. This includes some young prospects as well who we kind of picked up in the first summer transfer window. The calibre of player that we can attract really has changed this year with our success, obviously, domestically last season and qualifying for Europe. As a result, the players who I thought would be hot prospects for the next couple of years suddenly are players who I don't think they're going to ever play in the first team. So they've all gone and been promoted. And as you might have noticed by our transfers in, we signed a lot of players from Premier League sides, a lot of 18-year-olds and such, and they kind of slot in the team here. You can see our under-20s. Just to pick out a few other players worth being aware of, I guess. Anthony Gordon has joined us from Everton. Another very pacey forward. We've picked up a few of these. He's only 18 years old, loads of potential, good technical ability, has a lot of improving to do, but he's come in on a free transfer, as have all of these players, and I kind of like that about them. Ellis Sims has also joined us again from Everton, so a few Evertonians signing for us. You can see part English nationality as well. Other players here, just to blitz through a few more, why not? Daley Campbell may be a good right-back option longer term. We also have Adrian Crawford, who I talked about last episode as someone who I was looking to pick up. He has now signed for us. And a real young player I'm excited about is this guy, Lil. We call him Lil because his name is Paul Hill. And he's described in the media, if we just look here, and this is a word I didn't even know existed. Is it diminutive? It means like unusually small. I literally had to Google it, which might make me seem like I have a really small vocab. Obviously, if you watch my videos, you already know I have a small vocab. But we've called him Lil because his name is Phil Hill and he's Lil. So it made sense in my head. Okay, don't question it. I'm trying to think if there's any other young players who I'm really excited about this year. I think actually Michael Roberts is worth mentioning. We've signed him. He's 17 years old from Boston United. I'm from Boston. It's where I was born. I often like to just kind of check up on them and see what players they have. And there was actually him and one other player who we ended up signing, which was kind of nice. He looks pretty good as well. I mean, he's not going to walk into the first team, but he has some potential, this Englishman playing for Boston. The other player, I'm trying to remember who it was now. It wasn't Tim Williams. Who was it? I guess we can just look at the transfer history to find out. I've signed so many players, they've kind of all blurred into one. Or was it Tim Williams? It literally was Tim Williams. I'm an idiot. But yeah, this guy, 18 years old. Again, he looks pretty solid. He's got great athleticism. He can play left wing back. He has some potential. He plays for my home club, who I used to go and watch regularly. I mean, what is not to like? In terms of other signings here, Jim Wood signed from Curzon Ashton. Of course, Curzon Ashton, where Mandanda came from. This guy was also playing with Mandanda, I think, at the time. He looks pretty solid. It has to be said. He was in the Conference North, like Conference National Team North's kind of press team of the year to watch. He was Curzon and Ashton's key player and hot prospect. I like the look of him, although he does play that position we've got a lot of players in, which is the centre attacking mid department. Anyway, there is an absolute ton of players here who we've signed. I'm sure we'll become familiar with some of these. As I said, I will probably do an extra episode in the not so distant future where we go through all of these players. I might wait for the transfer window to close just in case we sign any more. But all in all, I'm happy with the business we've done, and it doesn't have a massive impact on the first team, I don't think. So anyway, we have two big games to go through today. We've spent 8 minutes talking about kind of pre-season signings and such. The reality is that our first team hasn't changed that much. Of course, we signed players like McDermott before the season closed last year, so I kind of already made some immediate first team additions. So that does mean, in terms of our team going into the first game today, we are going to go with Connor Devlin, of course, in goal. We are then going to go with, Ushin at left centre-back, and, he holds down his space, the 18-year-old. At centre-back, we're going to go with Graham Kelly today. I think longer term, the covering defender duty might be taken by Ballard, who, of course, we've signed from Arsenal, but he's not 100% fit. Obviously, Kelly is familiar with our back three. I feel like with playing a three at the back system, that understanding that the players have is very important, so I want to keep that going. You can see here, Michelini is obviously fit to play. He's been declining a bit as a player over the summer. Obviously, we're back very early in the summer this year, uncharacteristically early for this Europa League campaign. At left back to start this season, I am going to stick with Ben Tilney. But, and it's a bit of a big but, I do feel like Kieran Kane is probably going to surpass him as the player we play there. The only issue with Kieran Kane is he's not the best fullback going forward. He's a very good kind of defensive fullback option, which doesn't exactly suit our system. Now, given the fact we've got so many exciting attacking young wingers, it does again lead me towards thinking that in the next few years we may switch our system to be a more conventional system. But at least for now, he is not going to be in the first team. Tilney's going to hold down his spot. Of course, McDermott, club record transfer still at £240,000. We signed him towards the end of last year in March. He didn't play too many games for us, actually, because I continued to play Kebby just because he was the player who I had faith in and was, well, most familiar with the system. But he is going to start today. In the centre of the midfield, it's a familiar duo. It's going to be Romario Vieira alongside Hughes. Jeff Hughes, probably in the latter stages of his career now. I mean, he definitely is. He's 34. His physicals are still falling off a cliff more than they were last year. I can't see him being our starter throughout the entire season, if I'm honest. Up top, we are going to change things just slightly. We're going to play Mandanda, of course, as the advanced playmaker. That's not entirely unusual. He has continued his tremendous improvements that he's shown over the last few months. Pressing forward, we are, of course, going to go with Thomas Stewart. And alongside him for today's game, I'm actually going to go with O'Connor. Now, O'Connor, of course, a player we're training to play as a striker, more naturally a winger, but he is capable of playing as a forward. His finishing lets him down, but everything else suits him to a T, so he's going to come in for McDade, who is going to be on the bench for us. Other players we've got on the bench alongside McDade, we've got Simmons, who's the youngster we've signed from Manchester City. He could come on for a debut. Brad Lyons, who, of course, we signed from Blackburn. So we've got some very, very exciting kind of attacking talent on the bench. You know, players who really can have an impact for us. We also have Tommy O'Donnell kind of, I guess, continuing that trend of real attacking talent. If anything, I feel like we're a little overstacked with attackers and attacking midfielders, but, well, I like goals, so that's fine. Kieran Kane on the bench, Kebby also on the bench, and then the lone centre-back option for us on the bench for today's game, it's going to be Kevin McGrath. Of course, I like to live life dangerously. I do not like having a goalkeeper on the bench, so we are kind of YOLOing it just a little bit. And, well, let's get into the first leg here. We take on Ob, as I'm going to affectionately call them. We need to give numbers to 18 players in the team. Oh my gosh, do I number them correctly for the sake of you guys? If I hit auto number, does it pick good numbers? No. These are the numbers we're going with, though. To all of you guys who are really anal about squad numbers, I'm sorry, but auto pick is the best solution as far as I'm concerned. But yes, Ob, they finished third in the Danish Superliga, so they're not the craziest team, but they probably are better than us. I mean, I'm not actually that familiar with their team. I should be I should be scouting these players, but I'm not as keen to scout them because we obviously we can't sign any of them because they're not British. Worth noting, they are the favourites going into today's game. This is not an easy draw by any means, but let's see what we can do. We want to go in there, give a performance to remember, battle against the odds. We've got some exciting talent. I think we are, as I said, punching above our weight today, but we've got to see what we can do. A bit of uncharted territory, I guess, for us as LARNE manager, kind of going into a game as clear underdogs. We're at home for today's game, but I don't know if we're playing at our normal stadium in the park. I don't think it meets the requirements for European football, so as a result, yeah, you can see here we're playing at New Taylor Avenue. I don't know whose stadium this is. Where is this ground? I mean, I'm confused.com. I mean, it's literally not our ground because we play it in the park. But we're playing at New Taylor Avenue. Answers on a postcard as to where that is. Maybe I can get a New Taylor Park postcard. Right, ball one high up the pitch here. I mean, it'd be great to get a win in this first leg. Of course, away goal's a factor. I don't think I've really bigged up this enough. This is European football. This is huge. That is not a great tackle. They've scored after 5 minutes. That is a problem. Not the start we wanted. Yeah, you're right about that, commentator. Who was that who missed the tackle? Was it Michelini? I think it was. Tries to make a tackle. I mean, questionable. Devlin in goal. I talked actually about the end of last season, the fact I wanted a new goalkeeper potentially. I didn't find one. I will say I do like the fact that Devlin, Michelini, Graham Kelly, I'm trying to think who else, Tilney, you know, players who we start the save with are all playing today, but it's not ideal, is it? It's not. It's not ideal. They're winning, and it's not great. 2-0 up now after 10 minutes. I mean, they're playing a system that I thought we'd do quite well against, to be honest, but it hasn't played out that way. They've got another set piece. Please stop with the set pieces. I mean, do I panic to change the system this early on in the game? I will say, I have been coming up with plan Bs this year. Like, this is uncharted territory. I talked about the tactical switches. Like, we have plan Bs do exist here at the club. I haven't thought that hard about them or how all our players would fit into them, which could be a problem. I mean, if I wanted to change, I'd go to a Gegenpress system, I guess, something like this. I mean, do I really want to change the team that drastically this early on and take off Kelly? It would be a little bit mental, wouldn't it? But then, am I a nutty geezer to do it? I mean, we could just bring in Simmons. You know what? I'm going to do it. This might backfire spectacularly. I'm going to switch to the Gegenpressing system. This is a system that I used at Bayer Leverkusen. We're 2 goals down at home. We need to try something different. I'm ditching the possession system because it's just not really worked for us thus far in this game. They've kind of just had... Well, when we've had the ball, we've not done enough with it. We've not created enough. Since we've made the tactical system change, I will say we've had a lot more shots, which is good. O'Connor... Obviously, the guy who I talked about being a winger who's turned striker, he now slots in. Simmons on a debut now, I guess, on off the bench. Probably didn't expect to come on after 10 minutes, but early changes had to be made. Stewart should have scored. Simmons probably could have got the rebound. I mean, it's positive signs, I guess. We've got a set piece here now. Mandanda whips it in. Headed clear. Not the ball of quality we wanted from Mandanda. Still goes out to Romario Vieira. Can we do something here? Usheen to Jeffy Hughes. Don't get dispossessed there. That is not a position we want to get dispossessed in. We are getting hit on the counter here. Oh my gosh, it's a good job their player can't hit the target. It could have been 3-0. It could have been embarrassing, folks. Statistically, it's kind of even Stevens now. Oh my gosh, Romario Vieira. Do not go through the back of players like that, son. Oh my gosh, they've just scored such a good goal. Elvir Besic with it. I mean, it's 3-0. They've had 3 shots on target and they've all gone in. I came into this season with so much optimism about European football. And I feel like we're about to spectacularly fail at the first hurdle. Which isn't really what I wanted to see, if I'm honest. I mean, how do I bounce back from this? I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted. I didn't think this was going to be easy, and we weren't coming into it as favourites, but they've just scored every shot they've had. We need a better second half, and we need Mandanda to start beating the first man on corners. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? Tilney here to Hughes. Have a go, Jeffy Hughes. It was not far over. Whiskers away. But it's just another long shot. I mean, you can see here, 2 clear-cut chances they've taken them. We've had 3 half chances. Last season, we took half chances. This year, we've been questionable. Mandanda, can you save us? Can you... No, he can't. I've bigged it up there. It was the David Beckham v Greece moment, just for a second. The shot wayward, though. I mean, what do you say? I mean, we've got to go more attacking. We've conceded 3 away goals here. I mean, in terms of what I change, Thomas Stewart, get off the pitch. I'm going to bring in McDade. Jeffy Hughes has had an absolute mess. We're going to bring in Tommy O'Donnell as well with our last change. 3-0 down. I mean, I brought in the Gegenpress system thinking in games where we go down or we can't have as much control of the ball as we have been having last year, we might need to, you know, just press a little bit more. I didn't expect to have to use it after 20 minutes this year, but, well, it served us okay, you know. It's been more even. We've got a chance here. Simmons finished that, you wazzock! It was offside. I mean, we've had chances. You'd have to say that since we've changed the system, we've probably been the team on top. They've had 3 shots and they've all gone in. Clinical, I guess. Mandanda. Go on, my son. Go on, my son. Simmons, bury it this time. What a stop that is. He stops it again. Who is their goalkeeper? Is he British? Is he British? Hashtag is he British? That might become something that we say throughout this save whenever I see a player do crazy stuff. How has he kept that out? I mean, what do you do? What do you do? I didn't mean to do opposition instructions. I wanted to do a shout. Show some passion, boys. Usheena's had a game to forget. I think it'd be fair to say. Can we get a late goal? I mean, it's going to be a consolation at best. McDermott, get it back in the mixer, please. There's no time left. O'Donnell. I mean, if we score now, it might be a consolation. It might give us a lifeline. Tilney, please. I mean, they're just dealing with it. They hoof it clear. If they score again, it's probably game over. Thank God he didn't hit the target. 3-0 down here against Ob. Genuinely, I don't know what to say. They were predicted to win, but not by that margin. Boys, I'm not happy. I think we have to play the Gegenpress system away from home against them from the off and see what we can do with it. But genuinely, I am stunned. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy to get out of the knockout stages first. I mean, where is the Danish Super League kind of in the ranking of leagues? This is worth checking, I feel like. I mean, the second division of Denmark is above our division. I mean, it is 16th, but even so, 3-0 is a little bit humbling. Maybe we're just a big fish in a small pond and we've just been unleashed into an ocean. Think about that for a second, folks, as we go forward. I'm going to skip out all the bit in between. We're going to get into the next leg. 3-0 down. That's 3 away goals to them as well. We're in trouble. I mean, if we can do this, it's the greatest miracle ever. I can't see it happening, but I have to live comment. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a second. Okay, folks, so it's been a week. I've had a little bit of time to recover emotionally from the drubbing that we just got against OB. That's try and do something in the second leg. 3 goals down with 3 away goals. It's pretty nightmarish, to be honest. One thing I did want to mention just before we go further is the fact that the junior coaching and youth recruitment have both been improved over the summer. It's something that I requested. The board have done it. And in a similar vein, worth noting, our training and youth facilities also still in the process of being upgraded. So at least on that front, there is a reason for positivity. I have done some transfer business as well. Just here, you can see we've loaned a few more players to Crusaders. We've got, well, you can see here, Reece Williams, who I talked about before as a hot talent. He's now going to play regular first team football for them, which I think is going to be good for his development. We've also loaned to them Brooklyn Lions Foster, who's a player I hadn't talked about, formerly of Spurs, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Spurs. We've loaned him to Crusaders. They are another professional team. They're kind of 3/4 professional. They're not exactly full-time, like in the same way that LARNE are. But good opportunity, regular first-team football for him. He's a player who was going to be playing in our under-20s. Regular first-team football is vital for players' development, so I'm happy to let him go out on loan and hopefully develop into a good little player for us. As you can see, a few other players you might recognise here out on loan, like Lee King here, who's gone, of course, to Glenavon. Just a good opportunity, I think, for him to get some first-team football. But anyway, second leg here. I mean, you guys know the deal at this point. We are 3 goals down, going into this second leg, away from home. This is the team we're going to go with. We've made some changes. Usheen has been dropped. We've also dropped Graham Kelly. Now that I think about it, do I even want Graham Kelly on the bench? I'd be better off having a more versatile attacking player. But because I didn't think we were going to play with wide attacking midfielders so soon, I didn't register them. Otherwise, we would have Chris Eagles maybe to come in here. So we're lacking a little bit in the wide areas. If we get a few injuries, you might see us go narrow and back to our old system, which would be a little bit not ideal, but we'll make do with that if we can. I mean, other bits of news, Simmons is going to start today's game. Other than that, it's the same kind of team and system that we switched to. I have adjusted some of the player roles slightly from the kind of previous setup. Previously, I was just using one of the preset formations and roles. I've tweaked them just a little bit to suit our players a little bit better. Got rid of the ball-playing defenders, switched the complete wing-backs to just wing-backs on support. We'll see how we get on today, as I think I've just accidentally missed the team talk and the opposition instructions, which is not ideal. I mean, we were late to the stadium, I guess. I feel like my head's gone. You know, we're 3 goals down. It's not ideal. Mandanda, can you get us off to the perfect start? No. If he hits the target, I mean, it would be perfect. I'm just going to do a team talk of demand more. Why are we getting anxious? Some of us are focused, some of us are anxious. After 5 minutes, you know, we've turned up late. I need to get a little shout going to them. We need an early goal, really. We've got to be solid defensively as well here, or we could be in trouble. Stewart, clean through. I mean, that is the start we wanted after 5 minutes. Just as a reminder, 3-0 up to them. The away goals are a factor, so as a result, if they score 1 goal, we have to score 4 on the night, but 4-1 would be enough. And, well, Simmons with the assist. And a nice finish by Thomas Stewart, playing that lone striker role. Of course, we've got McDade waiting on the bench for if Stewart was to have a bad day. But he's had a good start to today's game. That is the dream opening as far as we are concerned here. Hopefully we can keep it going. Set piece here. Mandanda, surely not. Not cleared away. Romario Vieira blocked once, blocked twice. Ball back into danger. O'Connor, finish that. Let's go, Paulie O'Connor. Let's go, my son. Whew. I mean, just look at him. Drink it in. Drink it in. He is going to be a little hero for us. 2-0 up after 11 minutes. Maybe I should be believing. Oh my gosh, what is happening? O'Connor, I mean, I've got my hope. My hopes have risen, which is dangerous, if anything. Oh my gosh, right. Don't concede. Romario Vieira, what a tackle that is. O'Connor, give the ball up. Stewart, go on. Go on, Stewart. Finish that. Oh, he's blasted it over. Oh, Stewart, what are you doing? I mean, what a start to this game for us, can I just say. We've come out the traps flying. We have penned them in their own half. 70% of the ball away from home here. This system is working wonders for us. And whilst we don't have that strength and depth in the wide areas, the players who we've picked to play today's game are turning up right now. All right, can we build here? O'Connor. Ball forward to Stewart. It's another through ball. Stewart, this time, please don't blast it over again. He's hit it straight at it. Mandanda with the rebound. It's a foul. It's a foul, Jack. Oh, we are having chance after chance. 4 clear-cut chances. We could be 3-0 up in this game. Oh, dear. 2-0 is how it's going to be at half-time. I mean, there's hope. I've got like this smile on my face of just like knowing that it could be so different. I'm going to tell the players to avenge what happened last game. I was tempted to tell them I was happy, but I don't want them to get complacent. So we're going to go with kind of a firmer team talk. Oh, Stewart, you've missed opportunity after opportunity today. They've done nothing, can I just say. We've been top-notch. Simmons whips it in. I know someone's going to ask why I didn't take off O'Sheen in the first leg of the last game. In reflection, I probably could have done it centre-back. I decided not to because I wanted to put faith in him and also because I needed to make changes in the final third where we also weren't performing, but that might have been to our own detriment. O'Connor, not the best touch there. Tilney, though, to Romario Vieira. To Jeffy Hughes, surely not. Mandanda to Simmons. Have a go. Blocked. Romario Vieira, though, to mop up the pieces. That is not mopping up the pieces. That is spilling them on the floor. Pick them up, says McDermott. Ball through Stewart. Hit that. Let's go, Tommy Stewart. Let's go. 2 minutes into the second half. We're 3 goals up. I don't know how to feel. What's happening? What is happening? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Tommy Stewart. What a finish that is by you, my son. Connor McDermott with the assist from right back. If we get one more, we have a 2-goal cushion because of away goals. If we concede one and were to lose 4-3, it'd be heartbreaking now. Do I want to make changes? Simmons at right back is struggling, but I don't have an alternative right midfielder and he's playing well. Mandanda's not had the best of games. I'm just going to tell the players to tighten up now. You know, try and... They got frustrated by that. Not the best team talk, shout, Jack. I never normally do the shouts. Maybe this is why. I mean, it could go to extra time. It could go to extra time. I've inspired the players with 5 minutes left. Maybe that will do something. At this point, I'm just clicking buttons and hoping. I've not made a sub. It's just dawned on me. Oh, no. Not like this. Not like this game. Not like this. Football manager. Football fucking manager. Pardon my French. I'm sorry. My heart's just been ripped into a million pieces. And I think I want to cry. Is that their first shot on target all game? There's no time for me to even change anything here. They've had 2 shots on target all game. I think that's going to be all she wrote. Unless we can do something here. O'Connor miscontrols it. Boys, I don't know what to say. I've just been stabbed through the heart and had my soul trampled all over. I mean, is there time? There's not time. Surely not. There's no time. I mean, that hurts. That hurts so fucking much. Oh, I've got to leave it on this screen. That's the end of our first European campaign. I actually want to cry. That might be an overreaction, but I'm genuinely gutted. Right, well, the domestic season is now what we focus on. I don't know what to say, genuinely. I don't think I've ever felt like this about a loss in a live comm. 3 goals down, just no hope. 3 goals up, you're thinking extra time, and they score in the 93rd minute with their second shot on target of the game. Boys, I'm going to end it here. I mean, it hurts. I hope I see you next time. If you've enjoyed this, leave a like. I don't know how you could have enjoyed this, but if you have, I need thoughts and prayers and words of encouragement in the comments. Please get them in there. I'm going to go have a lie down. Guys, thank you for watching. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed.